Hello everyone, SM Collectibles here and welcome back to the channel. For the video today, I'm going to be going through my PSA returns. So I have 19 cards here and I'm just going to go through them, look at the grades, talk a bit about the cards, what I thought the grades were going to be when I sent them, if I pulled the cards, what the cards mean to me, etc. So it's a variety of cards here, it's not just Pokemon, there's a few Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Magic the Gathering, a few other things in here. But I thought I'd go through them, kind of archive this and go through what they got really, and we've got some good cards in here. So I do know what the grades are on these because they were they were taking a little while at PSA, and I got impatient basically. But I know what the grades are on these. That's why it's been opened. It's been out of the box. I've just gone through them all and I've put them in grade order, so the lowest through to the highest grades. And we've got a grade range of between a PSA 6 and PSA 10 here. So I'll go through each of those individually. And I just want to say thank you for the trust grading, which is why I've kept the card here, because these are who I submitted to PSA through. And it's great service every time. I highly recommend them. And it's probably it's my favourite middleman to use from the UK. I've also used ARC grading or ARC TCG grading. I think it's ARC grading. I can recommend those as well. The other ones I've not personally used, but I know there's a few out there, but I can definitely recommend these two. Trust Grading, and they've got their Instagram there and their website. So let's start this off. So the first card is a really interesting one. It's this one here. It's this Raging Kavu, or as it says, Kavu Furens. So this is an interesting card because, as you can see, it's Latin. It's in Latin. You can see the text on it. It's a Latin card. I've never seen a Latin card in any TCG before, aside from this one. And this was a bit of context behind the card. For Magic the Gathering, around this era, this 2000s era, like the Invasion, I think this is Invasion, isn't it? Yeah, the Invasion block. The pre-release cards, they did them in multiple kind of ancient languages. So there's Latin, there's Ancient Greek, there's Arabic, there's Hebrew, there's Sanskrit, and I'm not too sure what the other ones are, if there are any. I think there might be Russian as well. Now, the grade 6, I think it's very harsh personally. Magic the Gathering are quite hard to grade, and also considering it's a foil, it's also over 20 years old. But I think it's a harsh grade, considering when you look at the back, yeah, the centering's not perfect, but the edges, it's a little bit worn. I wouldn't say it's 10 quality, or maybe even 9 quality, but a 7 or 8 I think would have been a lot fairer. But it's okay. So this is a pop 1 any grade. This is the first one of these graded, the only one currently graded. So it's nice to have, it's nice to own, and it's still a very special piece of TCG history in my opinion. So next we have this one, also got a PSA 6. And so it's not something I mentioned on the channel before, but I will probably do future videos on. I'm a big fan of Mars Attacks and also dinosaur attacks. So they're two different TCGs. They have a long history. They have different artworks. As you can see, it says at the bottom, Dinosaurs Attack versus Mars Attacks. And this was a special part of a special set for a Kickstarter campaign thing, I believe, for Mars Attacks Occupation, which was, I think that was, it came out as a Kickstarter set in 2015, and they did various sets like this where you could get a set of cards, set of these cards, and you could get foil chase ones. This is a non-foil, but you could get foil chase ones, and it was a mixture of Mars Attacks and Dinosaur Attacks. I do have others in the set. I don't know if I have the full set, but I've got a few others. I sent this one in because it's my favourite card from it. As you can see, you got the Martian on the dinosaur. I believe that's a T-Rex, and he's burning the American flag there. I think it's a great card, and I think it was a great opportunity. Topps took the opportunity to combine the Mars Attacks and Dinosaurs Attacks. So Dinosaurs Attacks was based on Mars Attacks, but with dinosaurs instead of Martians. So I think it's great to see them collab together. In terms of the grade, I think looking at the card, you can see on the top it's worn all along the top. I think it was a bit like that when I sent it in, but these cards are incredibly fragile. Like even if you put them in just the binder and the slight bits gets caught, it will lead to whitening. So I think 6 is kind of fair, maybe a bit harsh, but would have hoped for a bit better. But this is pop 1 in any grade. There are a few others in the set that have been graded, but this is the only graded copy of this card. Next, we've got another Magic the Gathering card. It's a Pro Tour foil of Eternal Dragon. So this is a lovely card. I really like the artwork on the dragon. You can see he's biting his tail, and the foil with the Pro Tour in the text here looks really nice. I've got a few of these. I've got a few Pro Tours, Friday Night Magic. What else is there? Well, just those are the examples that come to mind. A few, I think it's Japan Junior tournaments, like a few of these cards. And I wanted to send one in because I wanted to see how it graded, because I'd never really graded Magic the Gathering before. I think 7's a fair grade. It could have got an 8, but 7's a pretty fair grade. The back looks quite clean. It's got a bit of a wear there, but otherwise centering's not amazing. But there's probably some scuffs on the foil because it is all foil, all of the back here. This Pro Tour bit, it's all rainbow foil, and it is getting to be fairly old now, so 2006. But I think it's a great card. I'm happy with the grade. There is one graded higher. I think it's, when I looked, it's one graded higher, which is graded a 9, I believe. But it's still a very low pop card and nice one to have. So this one's a Clamperl reverse foil from Legend Maker. So this is just one I had in the collection, and I sent it off for grading because I wanted to sell it on, and I thought it was 9 or 10 quality, and it came back a 7. So this is probably the most disappointing one out of the lot. But I guess it is what it is. In hindsight, looking at it, I can see scratches on the foil, so maybe not 10 worthy. But in terms of the back, I guess it's got some kind of little mark here. Maybe that will affect it. I probably should have looked at it a bit closer before I sent it, and to see, because if it was a 7 worthy, if I knew it was going to get 7, I wouldn't have sent it in. But still, it's a nice card, it's nice artwork, and it's another one for the collection for now. Next, we have Lugia Break. So this is a Korean card. It's from Awakening Psychic Kings, or Awakening of the Psychic King, which is Fates Collide, the name of Fates Collide in Japanese and Korean. This is a card I pulled myself. I opened a booster box myself of this years ago now, when Korean boxes were like £20 for XY. I'm happy with the card. I mean, I'm happy with the pull I got. I'm happy with, I pulled this card. It's a very nice card. I'm a fan of break cards. I'm a fan of Lugia. 7's very harsh. This is also one of the harshest ones in here. The centering's not amazing, and there is a little bit of edge wear in the top if it focuses there. But 7's incredibly harsh in my opinion. An 8 or 9 would have been more fair. But sometimes these things happen. It's still a nice card, and I'm happy it's slabbed up. There is a couple of these graded. I think there's a top 3 card, and I believe they're higher grades. I'm pretty sure there's a PSA 10 of this. Not sure if there's multiple of it, but it's okay. So speaking of break cards, we've got another break card here, Arcanine Break. So this is a promo. It's English, but this is a promo. It came in this Arcanine Break Evolution box, which they did a Ho-Oh one as well, which had Ho-Oh and Lugia as well. And if I remember right, there was a Wobbuffet one, and maybe another one, I'm not too sure, but they did a few of these. So this is from the Arcanine one. You got this, and you got the Jumbo Arcanine. There was a few others in there. Empoleon, I think, might have come with this one, and Crobat maybe, as the other promos. But Arcanine is a great card. I think fire types with breaks look really good because it's that kind of red and gold. I think it looks great. Arcanine's one of my favourite Pokemon as well, because Growlithe's one of my favourites, so it makes sense as it's the evolution. 7 I think is fair because this came out of the box. So I opened this box back in 2017 when it came out. They're quite expensive now and you hardly ever see them. But so I opened this box in 2017. I remember buying it from Game. I think it was about £30 retail. But this 7's fair on this. From what I remember, it wasn't great condition when I sent. It's even got like a little mark or indent there. It's a bit hard to see, a bit hard to focus on. But there is a small kind of indent mark there, so perhaps 7's actually quite generous on that. But it's going in the personal collection. I've got no intention to ever sell it, and that's the kind of the grade expected, or even better than expected. So next, I mentioned it a bit earlier, Dinosaurs Attack. So it's from 1988. This was a set by Topps. It came in wax wrappers, so wax packs. So it had bubblegum and it had 5 of these cards, or 4, and it also had a sticker. This is one of the cards. I pulled this myself. I've opened a fair few packs of it. You can get packs cheap still. You can buy dinosaur attacks wax packs from, which is interesting to say, but from 1988, you can buy them still for less than £5 each, probably just a couple of pounds to be honest. This card, I think an 8 is very fair. The centering's often poor on them. You can see it's a lot more top heavy centered than bottom, and also right to left as well. It was pack fresh, but that's okay. 8 I'm happy with. There is a small kind of mark in the top, so that probably affected it. The backs look like this. It tells the story, tells the next card. It's like, does it like a newspaper article. Great card. I'm happy with it, and I think the grade's fair. This one, so I did get a little bit unlucky in some of the cards, like I've shown before. This is one of them as well, because in my opinion, this should have been a 9 minimum and maybe a 10. Not only that, they've also labelled it wrong, which I thought might happen, but it's because, so this card, there's the SR card, which is this God Break Son Goku card, but it wouldn't have in the set, so in Galactic Battle, the first set, it doesn't have this cracked foiling over it. It just has the gold foil. So this was, I think, from Dragon Ball, oh not Dragon Ball, sorry, Dragon Brawl, the draft box, or one of the draft boxes, it came as this. So it's still got the same set number, so that's why they've done the wrong label. But it's a different card. It shouldn't be this label. It should say Dragon Brawl or Draft Battle, Draft Box 4 or something along those lines. 8 I think is harsh, as I say. Centering's not even bad on it, and I couldn't see anything wrong. I couldn't see any scratches on the card, anything like that. It's still a great card, but maybe I'll have to resend it sometime to get the right label and hopefully a fairer grade. But this one, it's related to the next card as well, so I can show it. So I also graded, so this one is an SR from the first set, from Galactic Battle. So as you can see, it's got the gold foiling. Obviously, it's a different card, but this one isn't from Galactic Battle. It's got the addition of this cracked foil over it, so it's a different card. But yeah, that's that one. So Captain Ginyu, looking at it, looking at the card after it's returned, I think the centering is fairly poor on the back. So I've got a few of these copies raw. I've got a few of all of the Galactic Battle SRs, just raw, ready to grade. This was probably the best one from just looking at them that had the best shot at a PSA 10 or 9. Unfortunately got an 8. Looking back, when it comes back, I think it shouldn't have got a 10, but I think 9 would have been more fair. But here's what it is with these ones. They're got so much gold foiling on them. It's difficult. And you see some kind of marks, but I think that's on there. So I've got the PSA slabs in these plastic sleeves, so I think that's on there. They're great looking cards. It's the first SRs, the first series of Dragon Ball Super card game. But it is kind of known that the print quality isn't the best of the first few sets, along with the lots of gold foiling on it. It is what it is. They're hard to get a 10, but I'm going to keep submitting some of these and hope for a 10. So here, well, this relates back to my last video where I opened the Dinosaur King booster pack. This is one of I pulled this myself. I pulled it earlier this year. This one's from Dino Tector Showdown, which I believe is the fourth set, I think. The fourth Dinosaur King set. It's a foil. I think you classify it as a gold foil. Honestly, I'm still not too sure about that. But I'm very happy with the grade because it was pack fresh, but it didn't come out great. There was a mark on the back, I think. So I was a bit worried like how that will affect the grade. But it came back an 8. I'm very happy with that. It's Pop 1. It's the only card in this whole set that's been graded. So I'm very happy about that. And it's number 1 in the set. It's just a nice card to have in the collection. Next, we'll go over to PSA 9s. So this card's a very special one. This is the highlight of the submission, I'd say. So I pulled this card. It's from 1996. It came out of the Series 1. So it was, what's it called? Artbox Armada. Armada, I think it is. Does it say on the back here? Yeah. Armada. Not too sure how you say it. Came out of those packs. Pulled this one myself. And it's a really nice holofoil. It's Gohan. He's a popular character. He's one of my favourites. And it's the highest grade. So when I say highest grade, I mean it's the highest graded of this card. There's a few 8s, 7s, I think, or 6s. There's a few under that. but there's no 10s, and this is the only 9, so I'm very happy about that. Bought it myself. It could have got a 10, but realistically, it's probably something I can't really see on the card. They get easily damaged, and they easily come out with print issues. So I'm very happy about this, and it's a great card. This one might seem a bit random to send in, but Keldeo is one of my favourite Pokemon. I own this card. I didn't pull it, but I had it in my collection. I thought I want a graded Keldeo card because I never have before, and this had a good shot at 10. Unfortunately, didn't get a 10, it got a 9. Looking back on it, the centering top to bottom is really not very good. I completely missed over that, so I can understand why I got a 9. Still a nice card, but it's just a regular GX for the personal collection from Unified Minds. So we got the third and final Magic the Gathering card from here. This is from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. It's a really good card. I really like it a lot. Icing Death, Frost Tyrant. So I like dragons. I love dragons on cards. And Magic the Gathering, especially in this set, they had some really nice dragon cards. This is a great card. The foil, it's a foil showcase. It's a bit annoying they didn't put foil in on the label. I don't know if they usually do that, but it would have made a better touch in my opinion. But it's still a great card. I think 9s, it's fair, but it should have got a 10 in my opinion, because it's pack fresh. I've kept it safe the whole time. It's a new card, only within the past few years. But I couldn't see anything wrong with it, so it was just a bit of the luck of the draw that it got the 9 instead of a 10. But still very happy with that. I believe this is a pop 3. So on to the 10s. Here we've got Bulma saying farewell, Dragon Ball Super card. It's from the Series 7 pre-release. So with the pre-release, I'm not sure how it is now, but with the pre-release at least then for Dragon Ball Super, you get 4 packs in this box, and you got two of these kind of pre-release promos. I believe it could be any common, uncommon, or rare card in the set with a foil. So it's a foil card, and it's got the Series 7 pre-release there. Happy with the 10, very happy with that. I couldn't see anything wrong with this card, but as it was shown with the other cards in this submission for Dragon Ball Super, sometimes the grades don't always reflect the cards that well, or there's things that are missed. But I'm very happy with this. Series 7, it's a sort of the Saiyans. It's a very popular set. It's an expensive set, but this is a nice one to have. I believe it's pop 3 now. This one, so back in 2019, I opened a box of Dream League. I was very excited for it because of these character cards. Obviously, we've seen them quite a lot now, Cosmic Eclipse, through the new Sword and Shield stuff, what they call Trainer Galleries, Silver Tempest, Astral Radiance, and Scarlet and Violet now, etc. They've all got these art cards, but this was kind of the first time we've seen anything like this, these character rares. And I opened a box of Dream League, and this is one of the ones I got, Mimikyu. I think her name's Acerola, something along those lines, as the trainer. So I'm happy it got the 10. I sent this one in. I have a few others. I've got the Piplup and a few others that I can't think of right now off the top of my head. I think I've got the Pikachu, but I've got Pikachu in English actually. But I'm very happy this got a 10. It's probably one I sent in to kind of sell on, I think, because to help pay for the submission. It is high population. I don't know off the top of my head, but it is very high population. There are a lot of them about, but Dream League is slowly, well, not slowly, it's quite rapidly become a very expensive and sought after set. We've got another Pokemon one here. This is an English promo, so it's the Venusaur and Snivy GX tag team. The art on this one is, I really like it. It's kind of like clay, clay, yeah. I don't know what the word is I'm trying to look for. Like a Play-Doh, yeah, I guess Play-Doh works. Play-Doh Pokemon. So this was from the Tag Team Generations Premium Collection, which also had the Charizard and Braixen alt art. For Japanese, this one and that one, the Charizard, they came out in Remix Bout as alt arts, I believe, alongside the Piplup and the Blastoise card. But I'm very happy with the 10. It's a nice card. It's, from when I looked at it and obviously looking at it now, it's mint condition, centering's all great, so it deserved the 10. I'm very happy about it. I think it is fairly high population, which surprised me a bit because usually promos from boxes like that, they don't always come out the best condition, but I suppose a lot of people submitted this. But I'm happy with the Tag Team PSA 10. This is a Dragon Ball Heroes card, or Super Dragon Ball Heroes. It's just a regular SR, I believe, yeah, so it's got the 3 stars, so it's just an SR. I just like the card. Had it in my collection. I think I've only paid a couple of pounds for the card. I like Super Saiyan 4. It's my favourite form. I like the mix of the Gokus together and them performing their attacks. I think it's just a nice card, really. And the foil's nice on it. There's that cracked foil similar to the other Dragon Ball from the Dragon Ball Super card I had. But happy with the 10. I believe it's pop 1, 2, no, not pop 1, pop 2 or 3. So there's a couple of them out there, but I'm happy with that. And I expected the 10 on it. So just two more. We've got a One Piece card. So this is a Captain Kid. So I pulled this. I was lucky enough to open a booster box of OPO1, so Romance Dawn, in English. I actually opened it at the One Piece Treasure Cup, which they held in Birmingham. I attended that and I played some games, and I managed to buy a booster box there and I opened the set. I also got the Yamato Altar Secret Rare, which is another card that I'm going to plan to send off for grading, but I'm really happy with the 10 on this. It was deserved. One Piece is great quality, so I expected the 10 on it. And Kid's a great character. He's a character I like very much, so I'm happy about that. And last but not least, it's just Friends in Galar Silver Tempest card. So this is from the Trainer Gallery. I didn't open much Silver Tempest, but I had pretty good luck with it. This came in with a good luck, so I'm happy about it. In Japanese, it's a lot more rarer. I think it came out in VMAX Climax. But for English, it's just a trainer card for Silver Tempest. But I did grade this one to sell. It's a nice card. I do like it a lot, but I just saw it in my collection. It was good condition, PSA 10 worthy. Happy it got the PSA 10, and it will help pay for the submission. So that's it really. That's going through all the cards. I hope you've enjoyed me going through them. So like every card I send in for grading, well, pretty much every card I own, like I know where I got it, I know what it's from. They've all got a story behind it. So there's reasons I send things in for grading. A few of these will be up for sale. I'll put them up for sale probably through via Instagram, and then if they don't sell there, I'll put them on eBay. But yeah, otherwise the rest is just going in my collection. There's not really anything here that I want to crack and resend. Maybe the Goku cards, this one, maybe this one, but otherwise I'm fairly happy. Some of them got shafted a bit, some of them were lucky, some of them were expected. So overall, that's what happens. That's the end. That's grading at the end of the day. But I don't have a submission currently at PSA, but I plan on sending one soon. So I'm sure I'll do a video of me going through that submission and what cards I will submit and what grades I think they'll get. But thank you for watching. And if I realize this is quite a long video, but thanks for watching if you watched the whole way or if you watched any of it. And if you liked it, then leave a like. And feel free to comment what's your favorite card here. Had you seen these cards before? Were they new to you? Or do you have anything coming back from PSA or anything at PSA? Let me know. But thanks for watching. So see you later.